So I'm going out on a limb here, and I know I'm going to get some haters for saying this, but I'm just going to say that Adobe Lightroom 6, in my opinion, is the best photo editing software for both professionals and amateur photographers alike. It can help you take an image like this, which is okay at best, and turn it into a gallery quality image like this in under 5 minutes. So if you guys are a beginner to landscape, portrait, pretty much any type of photography, this is going to be my 5-minute tutorial on how to become a master at Lightroom, starting with these basic steps. All right guys, let's get into it. Roll the intro. Alright guys, so this is Lightroom right here. So if this is your guys' first time actually seeing Lightroom, welcome. This is going to be a program you're going to grow very fond of very quickly. And yeah, so pretty much what stock Lightroom looks like is something very similar to this. This bar down here, the gallery bar or the slider, whatever, this holds all your images which are in your files. I like to keep that out of the way as I can see more of my images on this grid. So the images I'm going to be editing today is this one right here. So in order to edit it, I'm just going to click over here on the develop module. So this is your modules up here. We're going to go to develop, and now we're going to be bombarded with a ton of sliders and adjustment panels over here. And so the one I'm going to have you guys start off with is basic. And I'm going to kind of go through this quickly, but if you need to learn anything or kind of watch it again, go ahead, go back and watch it, as this is going to make your images amazing. So I'm going to start off by dropping the highlights. So as you guys can see up here in the sky, it's very bright and it's very overexposed. So I'm just going to drop down the highlights. I'm going to take this slider right here and I'm going to drag it down -100. Now what this has done is it's brought down the exposure in the sky so we can actually see the light rays coming down through here, and it just looks really cool. But what it also has done is it left the foreground very dark. So to compensate for it, we're going to drag up the shadows, and check it out guys, something around 80% of the shadows. You can now see what's going on in the forest down here and the rocks, whereas before it was, you could see it, but there wasn't a lot of detail. Like, check it out here, guys. The details on the rocks here, you can actually see the moss on the rocks, something you couldn't see before. And now, so after you do the highlights and shadows, we come to the whites and blacks. Hold down the Alt key here. So hold the Alt key down while clicking on the whites, and drag them to the right. If you need to drag them to the left, which in most cases you don't, you can do that. But drag it either direction until you have little kind of these red dots will appear on the screen. Once those dots appear, don't push them all the way like that. Just go right to where the dots appear and stop. Okay? And same for the blacks. Typically, you're going to have to go to the left on blacks. So we'll hold Alt down, go to the blacks, kind of make it this cartoonish drawing look. You can do a little bit more with the blacks, and that was a little bit too much, but something like that. There you go. So look at this. Before and after, this image is looking very, very good already. If you want to view before and after, just go ahead and hold down Y, click on Y, and that will show you before and after. Okay guys, so this next slider here is something which is easily abused, and I see a lot of people just go really heavy on it. So a lot of people are like doing this, and they think that image looks really good right there. Let's stay away from that, as that's not my style, and I don't recommend it become your style, as it's very sloppy. In my opinion, you might like it, but a lot of people will like it, but the professionals, and if you want to make a name for yourself, don't do that. So we're just going to take the clarity up here. This will either very flatten out the image, all the details in it, or add a lot of detail to the image. So a lot of people like just drag it to all the way to the right. I like that. A lot of my images have a lot of clarity in them, but for this image, something around 45 is decent, and going anything over that will make it look a little bit too fake. And same for vibrance. Just a touch of this will add so much to your image, around 21%. That's pretty much all you need. If your image is too dark or too bright, you can always change it with exposure up here, but I pretty much nailed the exposure on this image here, so not a need for changing the exposure or contrast. And same with white balance, guys. If your camera did a crappy job of picking out the white balance, or if you manually set your white balance to something very cold, you can always change that in post using Lightroom and change it to something either really warm or cold, depending on your taste. But again, guys, I got the white balance down in camera, and that won't be necessary. Now, something I like to do, and this is one of the most powerful tools in Lightroom, and it's not a secret. You guys will figure this out one way or another, but I'm going to show you how to use it effectively for this image. So it's called the gradient tool. It's right here, and pretty much what it does is it lets you drop a graduated filter, something like you would have in camera, over the digital image. So this is what I mean. You can check it out. You just drag it, and you can bring it all the way down. But for this one, we're just going to drag it until the bottom of the image, till the red part of it kind of just creates a line along the horizon. You can tilt that to match the horizon right here. And now to create a very dark and powerful sky, we'll just take the exposure slider here and drag it back until it looks very moody and very powerful in the sky. And then you can also add a touch of clarity to the sky, as you can't really go wrong with a bunch of clarity in the sky. But on grass in the foreground, it's easy to overdo it really quickly. And we'll just take one more and just slide it up here, guys. And now we're going to not darken the foreground, but we're going to brighten the foreground up a bit, like so. We don't have to add any more clarity to it. We got that good. And maybe just a little bit of saturation right there. And check it out, guys. If you click on this little toggle switch right here, you can turn off the graduated filters and see a quick before and after of only the filters, and that adds a lot to the image. Now, there are a bunch of more tabs and sliders here. I'm not going to go into that right now, as that's not something you need to know. You can experiment with that, but for now, the basic slider for beginners, as the name hints, is what you're going to be needing the most. And check it out, guys, with just these two things, the graduated filter and the basic slider, we were able to take an image like this on the left and turn it into this very powerful and moody image on the right in under 5 minutes, guys. So that's pretty much it for post-processing. Back to the video. All right, guys, so I hope that quick, super speedy video tutorial is helpful for you guys. I made it quick because I want to give you all the information I can as fast as possible for you guys' short attention spans. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notification bells so you get notified of my videos. And if you can, please share this video with your friends or family. Anybody you think would want to know how to take photography to the next level, share it with them. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy your day. Until next time, I will see you then. Stay cool.